Hey friends, welcome back. You know what time it is? It's time to do a Mary's Mini. What's a Mary's Mini, you ask? It's a trimmed down, fast acting modification to Dr. McDougall's regular starch solution. It's a simplified tool for people who are either overwhelmed starting a plant-based diet and they just have way too much, they're overthinking everything. This slims it right down, and it also is great for a reset if you're already on it, or you're having a hard time being consistent with, no oil and just watching what you're eating. I love doing a Mary's Mini, one, because I find my stomach feels so much better, and that is probably due because of gluten, which I love because I'm a bread lover. I'm gonna put it out there, I'm a bread lover. Are you a bread lover? Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite bread was, or is, or what you like the most. So if you're new here, my name is Vicki-Lynne. Welcome. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you for watching me all the time. I truly appreciate it. It really means a lot. But if you're new, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Oh wait, go ahead. Okay, and now that you've done that, scooch on over and hit that little bell icon so you're notified every time one of my videos goes up. And why do you want to watch me? I follow a mostly plant-based diet, and I'm on a journey to lose weight, get healthy, lower my cholesterol, and move every day. And I'd like you to come along on that journey. Join me. I have a Facebook group. Don't forget, hit that link down in the Facebook group and come join us over there. We share our meals, and we're going to be doing this this Mary's Mini, and I'd love if you could join me. So I've decided to try to eliminate, I'm going to do my very best to eliminate gluten in my diet, and this was a discussion that I have had with my doctor before because I do have arthritis in my joints and I do have inflammation, and gluten can be a very high inflammatory to your joints. So I am going to try for a month to be gluten-free, and then I'm going to reevaluate after the month and see how my joints and everything are feeling. So I hope you stick with me, and I will have updates all throughout my channel. Now we're going to meal prep for this Mary's Mini, and I know what you're going to say. Are you like this? Let me put it that way. Are you like this? Are you one of those people that go, oh, I can't do that because I don't have this or I don't have that on hand. This isn't going to work. I want everything to be exactly perfect, so I'll be super successful. I'm like that. I'm very much a perfectionist, but I've also learned over the years that you just need to start. Work with what you have. If you don't have something in your house, that's okay. Work with what you have on hand, and I'm going to show you. We've been away for a little bit. I just have certain things that are in the house right now, but I decided that I'm not going to wait. I'm going to start this Mary's Mini, and I'm going to prep so that I can get going first thing tomorrow. And I'm going to show you things that you can use in your pantry. So let's get prepping. Oh, and don't forget, if you're doing your Mary's Mini, pick your starch, and then also go online, read up a little bit more. If you've already read the starch solution or the one for maximum weight loss, you already know what we're talking about. But this just trims it right down, keeps it really back to basics, and you will lose weight on it. Now you are going to lose water. I'm not going to say you're going to lose 5 pounds of fat in 1 week or whatever. You are going to be losing weight and water. Just remember that. I want to keep it very honest here. Okay, so what are we prepping today? Let's see. The first thing with any of our meal preps, we always know we want to do the things that take the longest first. So I went to my pantry, and this is what I found. I had already cooked some russet potatoes in my Instant Pot last week because we were taking them away with us, just so that would make cleanup and cooking while we were away and where we were staying much easier. So I have those already done, so I have those that I can make hash browns with, whatever. I have some sweet potatoes, so those are going to go in the oven, and I'm doing regular sweet potatoes or yams, and then I'm also doing Japanese sweet potatoes. So I'm going to poke those, just a poke here and there, and then we're going to put them in the oven, and these They're very large. They're probably going to take about an hour. Normally, I would say that you stay with one potato, but again, we're just trying to trim it down. So if you want to do sweet potatoes and regular potatoes, you do what works for you. So in the oven, these are going to go. Other thing that I have is some hash browns, and I have a delicious hash brown casserole to make, which is great for breakfast and anything else. I have a head of cauliflower. I haven't decided what I'm doing with that yet. Just wanted to like show it to you so you'll see this week while I'm eating and I'm sharing my meals. You'll find the cauliflower. I also had some frozen, I always have frozen veggies, and so starting my Mary's Mini, I'm going to use my potatoes and my frozen veggies, but I'm going to put the peas into the casserole. And to make that casserole, we're going to do our fat-free potato, carrot, cheese sauce. So we're going to work on that next. I have leftover salad from our travels. I made a gorgeous, beautiful salad with lettuce and kale and everything. Absolutely wonderful. So I have that left over. We're going to do that. And then I'm going to make an oil-free coleslaw. So going to be like a vinaigrette on it. Super simple. And I think what we'll do next is we'll do that dressing because it needs to sit and meld together. Right, so we're going to make our dressing for our coleslaw because we want it to meld in the fridge while we're working on it. So just adding some sugar, some apple cider vinegar, some water, I'm doing a ½ teaspoon of mustard seed. I'm doing a ½ teaspoon of celery seed or salt, whatever you have. I'm just going to do about ¼ teaspoon because I have celery salt. And I'm going to add just a little bit of dry dill or fresh dill if you had it. Close your lid. Give it a good shake. You want all your sugar to dissolve, so give it a good shake. Shake, shake, shake. Make sure you're having fun in the kitchen. When I meal prep, I normally like to put the music on. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit now and put that in the fridge, let everything melt together. All right, so we're going to make our coleslaw. I got my food processor out and realized that my insert broke a while back and I didn't order another one. So we're gonna do coleslaw the old-fashioned way. You can either shred it really, really fine on your own, use a box grater, whatever you think. I might do a mixture of both. And in our coleslaw, I'm going to be putting regular cabbage, red cabbage. I'm going to add cilantro because we love cilantro on everything, but if you don't like cilantro, obviously leave that out. That's not like a normal in coleslaw. I'm going to add some celery because we love our celery around here, and a couple of carrots. Super simple. You're just going to grate them all, throw them in a bowl, and then we're going to toss them with that great vinaigrette that we just made. And you can adjust that vinaigrette too. I was tasting it. I might add a little squeeze of mustard to emulsify it a little bit, little Dijon. But you guys just always here. Recipes are guidelines. Have fun in the kitchen, play and experiment. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you find a great recipe. Easy peasy. So let me get grating and we'll get this coleslaw together. Now that we have all of our vegetables and they've all been shredded, everything is in there, we're going to just toss our coleslaw with our dressing. And again, taste your dressing, make adjustments to your palate. Everybody has a different palate. The longer you eat cleaner, your palate will change and be better. So just do what works for you. This is just a base recipe. Now that we have our coleslaw all tossed, I add a little salt and pepper like you saw, and we're just going to give it a little quick try. Delicious. It's going to be even better once it sits for a while in the fridge. We're all set. Our potatoes and carrots are cooked and they're fork tender. So we're going to finish off that cheese sauce, and I am making a large batch. Now don't throw away the water. We're going to use that in our cheese sauce also to help it blend. And then you can blend it or add as much water as you want, depending on what you're using it for and how thin you want your sauce to be. And again, I play with the 2 every week. I'm adding some miso paste, white miso. And I have all of my spices. So we're going to do granulated garlic, onion powder. You could cook onions with it if you wanted to. This is just way easier. Turmeric for that color. We're going to add pepper because the turmeric needs the pepper or cayenne pepper or whatever to help it work and absorb into your body. This is smoked paprika. I'm going to add a pinch of salt and a little bit of the water. Just add some of the water. You are probably going to need your damper if you're using, so I'm using a Vitamix. If you're using whatever high-speed blender you're using, again, mine comes with a damper so I can push things down. It just helps it blend much easier. So we're just going to start this on low and blend it till it's super smooth and that delicious cheese sauce. And then we'll just readjust our seasoning at the end. Guys, just do what tastes good to you. Forgot the lemon juice. I always forget the lemon juice. And you can also throw in a little bit of yellow mustard to give it that zing and that tang. Now you would think after all these years of making this cheese sauce, I would know everything that goes in it, but hey, forgot the nutritional use. That's why it wasn't tasting cheesy. Let me get it. Ta-da! So if you're using the fortified, you'll get the benefits of vitamin B12, but you can also get your nutritional use unfortified. Our cheese sauce is ready. We're now ready to make that casserole. Okay, so it's time to put our potato casserole and then we're done. That goes in the oven. The sweet potatoes are still in there. I'm going to check them. If they're not quite done, I'm just going to turn the temperature down on the oven to 350 and they can both cook together for the rest of the time. Grab a bowl. This is super simple. Take your shredded hash browns, potatoes. They should only have basically 1 ingredient. And maybe some sodium acid. Basically just salt and potatoes. Throw that to your bowl. I'm bulking it up to make it a 50-50 plate. Now normally I add a bag of frozen rice cauliflower, but we're all out. So that would even bulk it up for your non-starchy even more. I'm just going to add in peas. And I know, guys, peas are not a non-starchy. I just remembered as I opened it up. I normally put broccoli in it, but I'm just trying to switch it up so we don't have the same stuff all the time. So peas. So this will be my starch part on my 50-50, and then I'll have a non-starchy to go with it. Okay. And then we're just going to add cheese sauce. Mix it together. So I like to let my frozen veggies defrost, just makes it a little bit easier. Then you're going to put that into a prepared pan, whatever size you want to use, whatever you have that's working for you. Spread it out. Now we're just going to bake this at about 350 for half an hour. We just kind of want it to brown. We just want it to brown and get all bubbly and gooey. So these are going in with the sweet potatoes and our meal prep's done. Let me show you what we made. So we're just going to wrap up what we've made today. We have our sweet potatoes for breakfast or a snack. I love the Japanese, just peeled and eaten. They're so good. We have our delicious potato casserole. Again, that's going to be our starch. If you put in cauliflower or broccoli or any other vegetable, it would be a 50-50 for sure. I have some potatoes already cooked and ready to go for the air fryer. We have cheese sauce that's left over. I have some vinaigrette left over from our coleslaw. And there's that delicious coleslaw. Again, lots of different colors, lots of beta carotene, lots of great nutrition in there. I have some cauliflower that I'm going to use this week. Haven't quite decided. And we did pick up some fresh corn at a farmer's stand where we were, so we have some of those. And then just some of my leftover salad. Super easy, super simple. And if you haven't already, don't forget to order my free ebook. Totally free. Just go to my website. I'll have the link down below.